Live from Ben's basement, it's the late night catch.
I like that I allowed you to do that for this one.
This is the first edition of the catch at our new place of recording.
Yep.
Ben, stop crying.
We made Ben have a giggle.
We are still in the midst of this whole moving process, and we're getting there.
Our processes are going to be a little slowed down for the next week or two. So I made a video about it, but I figured it'd be good to address it here. But yeah, we're still fishing. It's great. It's wet. It's night.
We out here.
The night is dark.
I believe this is more evening.
The night is dark and full of fish.
It's definitely a late evening.
I guess number one thing, most exciting, is the big fucking content that we got.
It was a big patch today.
Big patch today. What's in the big patch today?
Well, it was technically yesterday. Today.
What's in the big patch yesterday?
Today was the Road to Valencia update.
Oh.
So basically, they put out a 30% buff to most major life skills in combat.
Basically, it seems like it's all encompassing.
So 30% buff starting on the 18th to June 1st.
Yeah,
Paul
the first.
said
30% experience buff?
30% and
everything.
Everything.
Life
trade,
skills,
fishing.
combat.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty big.
That's spicy. That's good. And wait, sorry, I forgot. How long was that going to be for?
2 weeks.
Until,
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Okay.
until June 1st.
Cool. So fucking get on it, boys.
Yeah.
One thing that is very important to me is how expensive relic shards have gotten.
Yeah.
Like relic shards, now that boss armor is out and like there's a lot of more expensive shit to upgrade.
Yeah. I saw that picture you posted on Reddit with
Memory fragments are just like through the roof. And oh yes, if anyone hasn't seen, most importantly, I beat Mau Mau to it. But I got 3 relic shards in one cast with a triple float. Which is, after a cut, they're about
Still a million.
260k each.
Is that
No.
No.
After the cut.
Okay, so that's still a good amount to get with one fucking
that's
cast.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And a couple of times I have also gotten 4 fish, like 3 blues and a yellow or 2 blues.
I can't recall ever getting 4 fish.
Yeah,
I didn't even know it
It's
was
happened to me
possible.
3 times now.
I was corrected on that. I thought you could only get 1 to 3, but I guess you could get 4.
It took me a little while to warm up to the triple floats. I don't know why. But yeah, triple floats are really cool. It's kind of keeping fishing a little bit more fun for me now because...
Well, it's when you get 3 of them, right? That's like a free full bag in like less than an hour.
Yeah.
But
Totally.
I mean, it's just... It makes fishing more interesting, a little bit more exciting. You know,
Yeah.
you have a chance to get multiple fish. You have a chance to, pull a Fisker and, be a legend and catch 3 relic shards.
Oh. It's the spice that fishing needs.
Yeah, shout out to Mau Mau for not having done that yet. Big ups to you, bro.
Making sure that's very
Just
clear.
gonna shit all over him for this whole thing.
No, we love you, buddy.
Oh. Okay, well, we covered the experience, but like, what else? What is added? There's new areas, correct?
There's not new areas.
No,
this is
no.
like the pre-prep for Valencia.
Yeah.
One of the bigger things that they did, and why we actually had the additional maintenance this morning, is all monsters will have a chance to drop blackstones now.
What?
In addition to that, farmers, while doing farming or gathering, can get you sharp or hard blackstones, which are what you need to go from plus 15 to plus 16.
Oh, yeah.
And in addition to that, and compared to the Korean version, where, if you fail, you can get to plus 16 really easily. But if you fail after that, you go all the way back down to plus 15.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
Which is crazy, but in the NAEU version, you could actually force to 18 before it has a chance to start failing.
Here's one thing.
Wow.
Here's one thing I want to get everyone's thoughts on, and it's like how like active you truly have to play this game to like stand like a competitive chance, I guess. It's like a real definition of like an active game.
What do you mean? Are you saying like
because
top 10% of players on your server?
Nah,
I'd say
maybe, I don't know.
the biggest thing is being efficient with your time.
Yeah,
while you're playing.
that's a good point.
the thing about that is it kind of it makes gaming feel a little bit more jobby.
Right.
But I mean, for some
Yeah.
people, like they
You
just
know,
kind
keeping
of
up with
they like
dailies
having
and
like the
knowledge.
organization and like having the small goals like daily to weekly to monthly.
Yeah.
And I kind of do that, to a small extent. Like now, I really want to get 4 relic shards and 1 cast.
Yeah.
Like that's my
Yeah.
next goal. Fuck coelacanths. I don't care about them anymore.
I mean, if there was like how much time you would have to invest to be an upper tier player, I would say you have to at least play this game 4 to 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
And really just
At
kind
the
of
minimum.
have an idea of what you want to get done that day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you saying 4 to 5 hours with AFK stuff?
no,
AFK
4 to 5
no,
hours
active
active playing.
active play.
At minimum to be in the upper tier because, you need to do research on min-maxing, basically grinding, min-maxing your
Everything.
gear, min-maxing workers, and, dailies take, at least me, to do like the full set of Calpheon dailies and then do the Mancha and Rudum dailies.
Right.
And go down and do, a set of hourlies at Monastery and Hex. Takes about an hour for me.
Yeah, and honestly, it's that way for a lot of MMOs. You said this earlier, but I guess that's a really emphasized thing. You just have to have like the end goal in mind, because like when I first started to play this game, I found like the only times I didn't was like starting to like lose fun was when I was kind of like mindlessly like meandering around, just like not really knowing what I was doing. You just have to have like the baby step like goals in this game, like whatever it may be.
Yeah, the small little things you want to accomplish, like you want to set up production of something like for boats, or you want to make rods, or you want to cook or whatnot.
That's what I would do. I would pick something out that I really wanted to get done, or like have or acquire, and then I would kind of like Google the fuck out of like how I was gonna do it in the most efficient way.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure we all have done, but like this game, way more than most, I think, is something that's really important to do in.
Well, it is really convenient in this game because you can almost always be doing something, and that's a really big benefit because if you don't, if you're a little burnt on grinding or questing or farming or whatever, there's pretty much always something else that's interesting and interactive that you can go do. And that's another thing that goes back to efficiency is if you really want to make the most of your playtime, just always be doing something. If you're like, I don't want to be grinding anymore, maybe I'll go do some, I'll go get some sap, make some boats, or, I'll go dry fish or something. There's always something you can be doing that will be bettering yourself or your character.
Literally.
And even if it's small, if you keep efficient playtime, it will significantly add up in the end.
Well, that's the thing, is like you were talking about upper tier players. These were the people that knew that they needed to have alchemy leveled and have mats on hand for the stones. And that's what really separates the top 10%, say, from the top 50%, are the people that sit there and know that, they might have more fun doing, just for example, maybe not factual, but just doing like cooking and then grinding at wherever, even though they may not be the most efficient spots, they're still getting something from it and it still feels rewarding.
Yeah.
But top tier players are going to know, I got to get alchemy mats lined up for, alchemy stones coming out, because they'll be out eventually. And I'm sure there's people already, especially upper tier players, that have the boss armor that they want now at plus 15. They got their Zarka weapons, and then they got the ultimate offhands. All of them maxed out, and now they're starting to load up for the Valencia update, which will let them, further the plus 15 to plus 20.
I'm doing my due diligence preparing for Valencia. I'm just farming as much silver as possible so I can keep a 24/7 bounty on that.
This is the most important thing.
So
And you thought it was hard for me to log on now.
Ben, how does that?
His name is Surther.
NA or win.
How does that make you feel, Ben?
You
How's
can
that?
contact me any time in game to discuss numbers on
Gaming
how much
friends.
you want on his head to collect. Anyway, that's something that's really cool that's coming out in Valencia. Is there'll be a bounty system where you can go put money on the
Yes, there
heads
is.
of people that you don't like. How
Is it
sweet is that?
is it in that entire eastern area?
It's.
I think it
It
is.
seems like it's going to
I
be a
think it
lot of
is.
it at least.
Because that'd be cool because
That's
that's
basically that big circle
The
that
desert.
you see.
The Black Desert.
Valencia is on the far side of that
desert
desert,
part.
kind of just a little bit north.
And there's a 2-week fucking prep period for it. It's probably gonna be pretty damn big.
No, they said mid-June.
Prep period.
That's what this is. It's the road to Valencia, which is why.
Oh, that makes sense.
They actually buffed a lot more. I can go over that.
Oh
here
yeah,
real quick.
they increased the drop rate of like trash items off mobs.
Yeah.
Including like the turn-in ones that have already had their prices doubled.
EXP and junk items drop rate were increased, and all the monsters across the board, their HP has been decreased.
Yeah.
One thing I think is gonna be like really cool with that like big update eventually is like I like how this game adds like the survival element to it, which nothing else really has. Like I think, like you have to have a fucking tent at night, and you have to have a camel, and you have to have like that special water, or else you'll get dehydrated. And like some people will probably think that's annoying, but like I think it's cool because it just adds like a little immersion factor.
It's
I
a
guess.
little more.
At least to me, that's what it seems like.
A little bit more investment makes you feel, a little bit cooler when you get all this stuff.
Well, yeah, but the payoff for farming mobs in that area, not to mention the World Dragon, which I'm not sure when it drops. I'm sure it's significant.
I'm excited to fight a Dagon.
Yeah, but as far as I know, in the Korean version, farming in the desert is the top tier farming.
Yeah, makes sense. It's just one thing that's cool about the game is that like you it's not just like a technical. I'm gonna do numbers at this until it's dead. There's just these other like.
Well,
cool,
any game
random...
is that when you simplify it that
right,
much.
right. That's true, but like there's more
right
like
order.
there's more just like skill.
If their health
in this
reaches
game.
0 before mine, I win.
This is true.
That's basically the ones and O's of an MMO.
Yeah, but like it's just cool how it's like presented in this game. It's not just like the toolbar tab to attack like shit like that where it's like so mindless. You have to actually like be involved in like pretty much everything.
A couple
Shut up, dude.
Definitely done it a couple times.
Two small things that I learned. One Will told me today, just really small quality of life thing. If you hotbar your pet food, you can feed your pet like a lot faster.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of pet food, you can feed them while mounted now as well.
Yay.
But if you put it on your hotbar, to interrupt you again, real quick, you can just mash it, and it will literally feed your pets in record time.
Well, the audience can't see it.
And,
Paul's flipping Will off pretty profoundly right now.
He's just got something in his eye.
What you can do, I got a fuck bug in my eye. You can have your fishing clothes on your hotbar as well, and if you're ever getting ganked, right before you die, you can hotkey with there's no like delay, and put your fisher's clothes on.
To save your crystals?
Yeah, so you don't lose crystals.
That's such a good idea. I'm sure
that's a reason to keep some pair of clothes on you at all times. Even though I really haven't had a problem with getting ganked.
Yeah.
Considering the
ganking doesn't seem to be really
Bill Murray
Not
is
yet.
universally loved and respected amongst Orwinians.
Now we're literally going to get ganked anywhere we go.
As a side point to like switching the clothes out, one pair of clothes that you would probably be best would be trainer's clothes. Because if you're going to be riding your horse around a lot anyway, you might as well just have it hotbarred, like maximize your EXP gain for your horse breeding.
Yeah. Dude, I've heard some painful stories of that. Like breeding being like the most painful like life skill. Just like spending all the time to get to like a tier 5
It's like
horse.
what, like 130 hours to get the horse leveled up to 30?
Yeah, and then you breed them, and then you get the same horse.
I don't know if this is new, or if I just like hadn't noticed it before, but now it pops up, like on the server-wide message.
It's not new.
If people fail high-end enhancements.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's been in the game since
I didn't know it was
Since,
a
like,
fail.
ever.
I know success has been.
A guy failed try Belt of the Shield's Gladiator.
That's the thing. It's only the accessories that show up that fail.
That's funny.
Because they want everybody. I saw a guy fail a duo ogre ring like
Shame.
a couple weeks back, and that's just
Shame.
like, that's heartbreaking.
What do you do after that?
Shame. You quit. You quit the game.
If you're getting to the point where you have a duo ogre ring and you fail combining it, I'm sure it won't take you that long to get.
Oh, and
what if that's like all you spend your time?
Then RNG sucks. That's
the max percent you can get for a PRI is at 25 stacks, and the percent that it tops out at is 52.5% chance of success.
So it's like a coin flip.
Basically. And I've failed 3 of my 4 attempts.
fuck?
Well, if you keep doing it enough over a certain amount of time, it should even out to 50-50 there.
Yeah, but then you
Statistically
gotta-
speaking, it should be 52.5 and 47.5, but...
Statistically, if you fail that many times,
large numbers.
it's only a matter of time until you kill yourself.
Another fun event that happened to me recently. This is not a painful event.
Is this
You
the
guys
guild?
might have thought.
The
Yes.
Okay, go.
So, out at sea, at my usual turf, there are a couple different like guilds. People will come out there to like catch swellfish for the guild missions, and they were out there. I'm not going to name any names, but they'll know who I'm talking about when they watch
The
this.
accused.
And they, so this guild was out there, just hanging out. We're having a chat because everyone comes out and hangs out and just drunk fish bonding.
Yeah.
And another guild that was at war with them rolled up and killed them all. And then they end up fighting like on my boat and on their boat for like 20 minutes. There's just all out war, and I'm literally just sitting here minding my own business, just fishing. So the next day, another guild was out there, and another guild came out and ganked them at this spot. And so
You're the fucking rat, dude.
what happened is I was accused of conspiring against these warring factions by telling some guild when another guild is out there so they
Dirty
come out
mole.
and fight them.
Dirty mole.
I don't know why I thought it was hilarious. I guess I just
No,
like
it's
laugh
funny.
at pain.
It's pretty funny.
I wasn't
funny.
conspiring against anyone. I did talk to the other guild, but all they asked me if boats could be killed, and I said yeah. But
Why would you say yes to that?
No, you
Well,
always
you can
say
kill-
no to that.
It's just a question.
you can kill boats, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
All
'cause
you
you just
do is
get
you
it
just
back.
go back and remote collect it, and it respawns. Like, nothing happens.
It
And
only
they have
sucks.
a-
It only
they have a
sucks.
shit ton
I
of
thought
health.
I saw somewhere. Well, this was way in the early release of the game. That if you killed boats, they were fucking gone. That's why I was
No,
like,
no,
why
no.
would you say that?
No, it only sucks if you happen to store something in your boat and then they destroyed it, because then
just
there's a chance to lose those items. You won't lose them all, but you'll lose a
Yeah,
couple.
I mean, it takes a long time to kill boats. They have a massive health pool.
Yeah, you'll probably,
But it's
be
just
killed.
it's like another thing for disrespect, or if you're
Yeah.
fighting another guild, something
Or
else.
if
you
you're
can
quitting
do
the
with it.
game and you just hit a gold spot and you're just like, I'm done with all of you.
Doc T's
Take
will
my
never
wrath.
go down.
So yeah, that was really. It was fun for me, just kind of being the
The watcher, the mediator.
the fishing observer of all these tragic events.
I do
You're
want
right,
to
I'm
make
wrong.
an announcement.
What's your announcement?
If there's anybody that sells pine sap or usable scantling, please spam the AH with them whenever possible.
What are you making with that?
I'm making boats with that,
Ooh,
but
nice.
I don't have enough energy to farm them at this point to keep up with production.
Do you get scantling from
Logs.
I know you get them from logs. Do you get logs from having workers that
No.
that's
The only way you get them is the
that
manual
wood?
way.
Okay.
Yep.
That kind
Bummer. Okay, how many boats do you make a day actively? If you're active,
5.
8 to 9.
8 to 9 fucking boats a day.
I have 10 artisan goblins.
Fuck the shit out
Fuck
of
you, Will.
I make a boat every 2.5 hours or so.
That's fine. That's fun. Are they on the auction house now?
I'm Will Burns, and I have 10 artists and goblin workers.
Fucking sucks being on the receiving end of that.
Yeah,
you just sound
It's
like
not really
such a
pleasant, is it? You
conceited
fucking
asshole.
asshole.
Ben, look at your stockings. Look at
Oh,
them.
there's some pretty stockings. You guys are just jealous of my long Amazonian legs.
I can't see it. It's too dark.
They're there. They're there though. You know they're there.
At least he's not wearing that awful dress.
Ben fights in stockings.
Oh, my blue dress that I used to wear.
I dyed my horse's hat that color.
That's neon blue.
It's plumage.
No, mine's more aqua.
Aqua.
I do my good services because usually I'll post 50 or 60 boats on Friday or Saturday night. Just all at once.
Do they just all instant sell at max still?
Yeah. So I'll set up a set and then
And
sell
bam.
another set while I chop wood for more boats.
You guys know what I've been selling my shards at?
Where?
420.
430k.
Ooh.
Wow.
Mine have been popping up at
It's like
450 or so.
Like they get fucking up there. Like those.
Well, you
I
look
didn't
at the
even
prices
check.
in the morning, it's like 360-ish. But you wait till 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific time, and they are just fucking through
They always
the roof.
they always insta sell.
Is that when they're flying off the shelves?
But I mean, I haven't even checked what memory fragments are. I can't imagine how expensive those
They're
are.
approaching 400k, as far as I know.
I've,
Because generally, they follow the same price as like one
Yeah.
relic shard.
I've dumped so many memory fragments into getting my spinning slash skill to get like the plus whatever. Is it plus 5 damage maximum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen the damage at all. Never seen it. Never seen any of it.
The first time I've mentioned this
sucks.
in a previous podcast, but the first time that I did Reawakenings, it didn't consume any of my memory fragments for some reason.
I hate you.
Really?
Yeah, I did 19.
Thanks,
I've
didn't
spent
take any.
about.
thanks down.
Are you sure after the first time we did it, we didn't have so many memory fragments?
I
I
had-
didn't notice a
I
stack or
had
something. Like,
32.
we only did it like 40 times.
I had
Yeah.
32 before.
Oh,
and
only
32
40.
After.
That's adorable. I had to buy 4 more fucking stacks.
No, I mean the first time we did the relic shard boss.
I reckon
Oh,
32
yeah.
is the same as 32.
The first and last
32
time.
probably equals 32. You're right.
Correct.
The fucking first and last time we did disco scrolls.
Oh,
Disco
God.
Where we sat
Scrolls.
down and we did like 10 or 12 each.
You know, I really tie that particular day back to when I really started to go on the downward spiral in this game.
We like
Yeah.
were so excited. We like planned it out like a couple hours in advance. We got all 5 of us together and we went out there and like an hour into it we're like, holy shit, I don't want to be here anymore.
Well, no, we had to take a break and we had only finished like less than half.
Like, here's really the thing. So we started out with Red Nose when we did that, and we were getting like
Yeah, we did.
black stones and like other. I mean, it was black stones, but
fucking-
still, it was cool.
I was pissed because
We
I
were
didn't get a
getting
single
We did
something.
all the
blackstone.
red nose. We did a bunch of tier 2s. We did the pot up witch scroll.
The level 1 witch.
Alright boys, this one is different. Better pot up.
Death immediately.
Like we did a shit ton of scrolls that day.
Yeah.
And we
Well,
did
we
the
were at
relic
it from like
shards.
what, 3 in the afternoon to like 8:30 or
Who
something.
Yeah.
was it who bitched out and was just like, I'm just
4
gonna go
hours.
like get some fucking Wendy's or something.
Oh,
And
that's
you guys-
me.
That was. But to be
I was
fair,
hungry. We did it for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I was
He-
hungry.
Fuck you! You just decided like, oh no, I've done my scrolls. I'm just gonna leave. You guys can all keep going at it.
well, no, but that's the thing. He went out, got food, ate, and then came back, and we still weren't done with
Oh, God,
disco
no.
scroll.
What does
He's
a
still
man-
did it for like another hour or two.
What
after
does a
that.
man do?
Like,
Speaking of which,
I really don't
we
even
have
think-
some witches to do tonight.
Oh, do you? Do we have witches to do tonight?
I do have 2 witches to do tonight.
It has Dwan.
there is
I have
actually on
0.
the side note of scrolls tonight. There is a new group reward for doing field bosses and world bosses. You will get additional hunter seals if you group and do those bosses.
Oh.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh my.
Are you telling me I can get more armor stuff?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? The other day, I finally decided I had enough because I had like 230 some seals. No.
Oh.
460 some seals, and I turned that into 230 some black stones. I just sold them. I don't want to.
Are you plus 15 and everything?
I've been plus 15 and everything
Yeah,
for
for a
like
while, huh?
ever.
Well, dude, save them for when it goes to 20.
No, those
You
are
don't
those
use
are
those.
different.
Oh, yeah, those are
Irrelevant.
irrelevant. Oh, yeah.
Irrelevant.
Well, that
Well, I mean, you
Did
can
I
still
actually say
save them for
irrelevant?
like
That's funny.
fail stacking on an item.
that's
but
true.
at this point in the game,
But
I'm-
money, dude. Money's
I
tight.
much more enjoy having 500 million silver in my bank.
You don't have that.
Yeah, I do.
He's 5th on the goddamn
You're lying.
growth or wealth thing.
I'm not.
You're lying right
He
there.
could be.
I have
Looking at-
450 in Belia alone.
I'm Will Burns, and I have 500,000 silver. I mean, 450.
In Belia alone, and then I have various other.
Then I have like 2 million.
He's got some investment properties.
Spend the truth, dude.
No, I have like a Blackstone in Ethereum. It's basically $500,000.
Whatever. Fuck you guys.
You have a lot of money. All right, we get it.
Fucking,
Yeah, you made that abundantly clear, Paul, and I walked right fucking into it.
fucking Uncle Dolan will, dude.
Well, while we have a minute, unfortunately we aren't gonna have any grind music of the week this week. We're very busy. Our recording schedule is very, very tight right now.
It's very fucky. Is the word I
But
like to
Fucky?
use. Yeah.
for next week's episode, it will be the 10th, and for now, it's going to be the last regularly planned episode of The Catch for now. But we got some really cool stuff planned for you guys for next week.
Definitely gonna keep going on.
We got a
Black
little
Desert.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
I mean,
we're not done with Black Desert.
And I mean, The Catch isn't over. We're just
This channel, when we started it, it wasn't gonna be a Black Desert only channel, and The Catch is like a good part of the week.
yeah. I mean, like we love doing it. We love you guys. We're not gonna stop, making content for you guys.
I think
Yeah.
we're
We
probably
just-
gonna downscale it a little bit.
It won't be, we're not done with Black Desert. We'll still do guides and stuff. It's not necessarily gonna be called quote unquote the late night catch maybe, but we're not done with the game. We're not gonna, like I mentioned earlier, we're not a Black Desert channel. There's a lot of other stuff we want to do, and we can do really awesome stuff that we're gonna show you guys. I mentioned in the video I posted earlier this week, we're working on like a new special project that's it's very different from other things that you'll see on YouTube that are kind of gaming related.
it will be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fucking cool, and we're really stoked to show it to everybody. Can't really talk about it yet because it's a little.
Still in research and development stage.
Yeah.
we still have our lab coats on. We
It's
don't
in
really-
closed alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the plan is to have it the first episode out at the beginning of this coming month. That could change.
Might be a stretch, but
Yeah.
we'll do what we can.
So there must be like some other stuff in the patch that's awesome, William. I'm sure you know about this.
Of course I do. I still enjoy playing this game.
You said something about sieges.
Yes,
What's up with that?
they started rolling out server stability improvements, which I have not yet noticed. And they've started rolling out siege channels, which are not yet active, in preparation for sieges.
Siege channel. Oh, so it's just like the channels, like everything else. You just have to switch to
Yeah,
to like
so-
participate in the battle.
They're prepping for Node Wars too, aren't they?
Node Wars are coming out, I believe, if not by Valencia, sooner than Valencia. I know they said they were going to do 2 weeks ago.
Node Wars are gonna be a fucking shit show.
Yeah, I think for
Yeah.
me is when I'm gonna like kind of pick up the game again and start like fucking getting my gear all to 15 because that'll be fun. That'll be fun
And
as shit.
I'm pretty sure that Node Wars and Castle Sieges are different.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
Node Wars lead up to Castle Sieges.
Yes.
I
You
believe.
can only have castles at like certain spots.
Yeah, like it's.
Well,
I'm
it's
sure
each
you've all.
major like city, right?
Or
They have
and it's in
castles
areas too because I've
It's like
noticed.
an area around the city.
Yeah, because I'm sure you've like wandered around and you've seen that thing pop up that says like.
Leading
You
an
can build
area
a
where-
Yeah.
where you can build a command post.
Yeah, exactly. But that's gonna be really fun because that's.
Ben's
when-
here too.
Yeah, I am here. I'm really looking forward to the Siege stuff so I can still play Overwatch and talk about how funny it is.
Well, I mean, that's another cool thing that we can mention is all the Overwatch hype.
Yes.
We're all gonna be playing Overwatch.
Yeah.
Overwatch.
Definitely
To switch gears.
gonna be playing Overwatch.
We will pop our Discord info in the description.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome
we'll start doing
to
that.
pop in there and chat with us there, and
Yep.
you'll also be able to see like when we're playing Overwatch
Yeah.
in Discord if you guys want to pop in and help us get wrecked even harder.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to reiterate is that we're starting to like stream a lot more. So I believe Twitter is gonna be the place to be for us. So just give us a follow on there, and that's when you'll know about our schedule because it's kind of like erratic right now for streaming. But we'll make everyone aware if you follow us on Twitter. So
the tweetering,
do that shit.
The tweetering will be the easiest way to find out when we're streaming and any cool updates and
Yeah. And we'll stream Black Desert stuff too, especially when all that like siege stuff starts happening, because that'll be super exciting.
Yeah.
Are you guys stoked for another harpooning stream?
Woo!
Is that what you did on the last
Yeah,
stream
he
after
got
we
nothing.
announced?
He didn't even get a blue.
I didn't get dick for shit.
Speaking of which, did you find any
Harpooning
progress?
hotspots?
Any progress on that?
Yeah, I found a spot where you only catch sperm whales.
What? Really?
No.
No, you fucking didn't, dude.
He's done this like 5 times now.
It's funny. You've like actually.
I walked in last week and said that, and you were like, "What? What? What?"
It's not true.
Mama was like, what? You
Yeah.
finally found one?
No, you fucking didn't.
No, God, I
Bugger!
hate harpooning. It's gonna take me a while before like I have like enough love back into my heart before I'll be able to go waste time doing
It's like weird, 'cause-
god awful dog shit harpooning ever again.
It's weird because there's no reason to do it yet.
There's not.
Until it gets to the point where those like whale-bone earrings are in, because those are the.
Those
That's
are
that's
hunting.
hunting.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
hunting.
not
I always
even
forget
harpooning.
about that. That's not
Like,
fucking
there-
harpooning.
at
Then what the
this
fuck is
point-
it?
At this point, it has to just not be in the game yet. There has to be something
a
not
hidden
implemented
purpose that doesn't
or
matter.
no. I am not doubting that it's just dog shit and it has no purpose yet.
So interesting.
That's like
thought
the
on
only
that.
thing in the game.
What about maybe that ice zone that they were talking? That we've kind of seen teasers for from the Korean version.
Ice
maybe there's
zone.
like wailing there or something.
The new.
I'm guessing it's
northern-
gonna be in the northern or the southern something.
Southern. Yeah.
Oh, southern.
Well, good.
Yeah,
I
northern
mean,
is just
that's
ocean.
sweet. We only have to wait like a year and a half until harpooning.
There will
I
be
do
plenty
have-
to do.
Glad we got that harpoon when we hit professional.
better get those fucking harpoon warehouses rolling, boys.
I do have an interesting point to bring up that I'm sure you will all find fascinating.
What?
In the Korean version, very recently, they rolled out a new way to do gold hotspots. Basically, they're no longer static. They go with, which is, I think, something that we mentioned weeks ago, actually,
When they manually move them?
where they move automatically, and they are indicated. You can find them by seeing seagulls flying in a tight area, much like Arcade.
Cool. I like
Really?
that. At least there's some fucking indicator
And
where
it's only
it's not
gold
just.
spots that move.
It's only blue spots, still the same. Only gold spots move, and as far as I can tell, there isn't really any pattern to them or anything.
But it's indicated by.
But
the
it's
thing.
indicated by flocks of seagulls. Nobody's got really concrete data on how long they last, or if it's
Yeah.
by number of fish caught, or
That's
if it's
cool.
by time.
I like that.
interesting.
I like that better because then it won't like oversaturate the spots that immediately become known to everybody.
Another thing that I've been keeping my eye on, and we talked about this a few weeks ago, and that was the anomalies in drop rates.
Yeah.
And we've touched on it a couple times, and I just want to go back to that and say that the theory is still, so far, is checked out. It still seems like items drop in batches.
Yeah.
Like when you notice you'll get a lot of greens, you'll get a lot of the trade items in probably the first 30 minutes ish that you're at a certain spot, and then it'll start to trickle down. And the same with like Witch's Earrings and Mark of Shadows on a single server channel will drop in sets, it seems, like within an hour or
Right.
like 45 minutes, 2 to 4 will drop, and then you won't see any for a couple hours.
So when you feel that
And-
loot tingle,
Although we don't have, we can't say 100% for sure, like this is how it is, suck my dick.
Confirmation bias.
It has not led us awry yet. It still checks out every time. Every time I notice it, it still seems like
Yeah.
that's how it goes. I don't do as much grinding as I did anymore. Not as much farming, but I still get Marks of Shadow and I still get Witch's Earrings in the same pattern. That is theorized.
well, it seems that that's true, but yeah, don't take our word for it. But there's just a lot of black magic that this game runs on, really.
Yeah.
Well, it's because when you look at any other MMO, basically, after Final Fantasy or so, Final Fantasy 11, let me correct that, games no longer operate on like the true random drop trends for anything.
There's a little magic in there.
There's
Hyper
the
advanced algorithms and shit.
they're not hyper advanced. It's just if it's true random, then some people will go
It's randomness.
days, months, weeks without finding anything, even no matter how many hundreds of hours of grinding they put in.
If you just get the absolute shit luck.
But in most games, this doesn't even apply to just MMOs. Anything where loot drops, like Diablo 3, you get a building chance for better loot going the longer you go without loot.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. I forget the exact terminology for it.
Compounding luck.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I mean, I guess one would prefer that instead. Ben, Ben, you shook your head. What are you fucking saying?
That's not how it works. It's just eventually, over a certain amount of time, obviously, it's going to have to happen. So the longer you do it, the more likely it is to happen. It's not like compounding luck or anything like that. It's not your like the actual chance for it to happen each individual time you kill something doesn't increase. It's just law of large numbers. Eventually, you kill something enough, it's gonna that 1% thing is gonna tick once. So
This is true.
That's not how we were describing Diablo, though.
oh.
Blizzard actually came out and said Diablo works that way.
Really?
So they said it works the same way in WoW.
Oh damn.
So
So, so poo on you, Ben.
Ah, fuck me.
Okay.
So,
Oh, Jimmy.
all right, guys, thank you for tuning in to episode 9 of the Late Night Catch. As always, we love you guys. We appreciate you listening in, all the feedback, all the support, when you comment, just talking to us.
Give us a chat.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter for all the updates on when we're going to be streaming and small channel updates.
That's the most important one.
And mash that motherfucking like button.
Yeah. And get ready for the extra special
It's been
10th
cool,
episode.
and be ready for episode 10, where we got some treats for you guys, and we hope you enjoy. All right, and that'll do it. We will see you guys next week. Thanks for coming by.
See ya. Goodbye. Good night.
good night, guys. Thanks for stopping by.